Welcome to Scene-A-Rama TV. I'm Miss Kelly. Papa Tom is going to be creating a desert oasis diorama. He'll be using the Scene-A-Rama Desert Oasis Diorama Kit and the Scene-A-Rama Rippling Water Kit. Some additional things you'll need are a pencil, some water, and some scissors. Now let's go check out Papa Tom and see how easy it is to make a desert oasis diorama.
Hi kids, today's project is building a desert oasis. And in a desert oasis there are a lot of different things you can build, but let's say for instance that, maybe we were doing something, a project for maybe a pyramid. Let's put the base aside, and what we're going to do is remove portions of the sand here to make the base, or the water on here. Let's just draw a little bit here on where we want the river to be so we have it kind of roughed out. And then we take our foam brush and just dampen it down. Then you take the back side of the brush and just scrape it off.
Kids, make sure to keep the sand that you scrape off from your ready grass mat. Papa Tom will show you how to use that later to blend things in.
Now that we've got that cleaned off, we're going to next cement on the grass mat to the base. So let's put this aside first, and taking the sticky bond that we've mixed up, just paint it on all over.
Kids, the directions say to mix sticky bond with equal amounts of water and stir with the stir stick.
Now this will set aside for a few minutes to let it dry. It takes about 15 minutes to set up. While that's drying, we'll take the base and do the same thing to it. Now we just wait for them to dry a few minutes. Now that the base is dried, you can see it's got a dullness to it and tacky. And so has the grass mat. We're ready to put it on. So let's stick a corner down and stick the other corner on and press it into position. Perfect. I'm going to wet down the edges here close to the sand. What this will do is when I bring the paint in along the side over here, it will just touch it to that water, and hopefully it'll give it a view as though we're going from a deep edge or deep out here in the middle of the river back up to the shallowness. In the kit, it comes along with a base paint already mixed up for you for the water, and it also comes with realistic water that you'll put on at the very end. So let's do the painting first. And now as we get closer to that water, it should lighten up. You just want to touch a little bit and it'll blur right in. As you can see how it diffuses the water over here, it kind of breaks it up and gives it a shallowness as you're going up closer to the edge. I'll just let this dry a little bit and then we can start doing the foliating along the sides. I just so happen to have a pyramid that I made earlier.
Kids, learn how to make this pyramid by watching Papa Tom's fun and easy pyramid video.
In your Oasis kit, it comes in with a palm tree that is obviously pretty big. So in this case, we'll have to cut it down to size so it looks a little bit more in perspective as to what it should look like. So what you do is take a pair of scissors and very carefully cut off maybe half of the leaves that are on here in size. And because they're now square cut, you don't want that, so come back and cut them a little bit more of a point on each one of them. And you also want to cut the length of the tree as well to about, we'll see how this looks. And that looks a little bit more like it would look when you get the rest of the foliage in here. In your kit it will come with some fiber. Take a small piece off, roll it up in a ball, and then elongate it a little bit so it forces it into a juniper tree type shape. And then a little cement on it, shake off the excess, and sprinkle on the green foliage. And voila, you've got a juniper tree. Now, some of the other things I want to show you are using your own imagination. Do yourself a favor, go outside and look around and see what you can find that look like it might be a miniature of something. Now, I got a few things out in the yard today. Maybe you've got an evergreen tree out in the backyard, and just snip the ends off of it and then coat them with the same cement and sprinkle on the foliage. And it now becomes, the top of a palm tree. Use your imagination again, and there's all kinds of things out there. Well, Papa Tom isn't that smart. He doesn't know what this bush is, but look how interesting it is. It's a part of an evergreen of some sort. It too can be made into a lovely hedge just by soaking it a little bit with cement again, and then putting on, of course, the green foliage. Now this one looks amazingly like an evergreen bush, doesn't it? So let's put this aside too now and begin a little bit of the actual foliating of the side here. Now let's get into doing a little foliating along the riverbank here. I'm going to take some, instead of spraying it right now because I don't want to get it on the water yet, and just dip it into the glue and put it along the riverbank here. I'm going to take the shaker that it gave us and the rest of the grass that we've been using, the fine foliage, and just sprinkle it onto that edge there where you want it to stick. Remember, we made a little irregular shape there so it comes up a little bit. Want to give it a little bit of depth by taking some more of the polyfiber and just elongate it a little bit, and we're going to stick it right about here, mashing it down just a little bit. And now very